Yo, what is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I know it's been a minute since I posted, but I've been super busy, but I am making it a goal of mine to post more this year, 2022. So it's reel season, it's January. I figured I'd make a quick video on my 3 tips or suggestions or 3 things to think about for people working on their reels right now.
Gravy.
Thank you, Billy. Billy is goated. And the man Billy right there.
Before we jump into that though, I just want to explain, in my eyes, or I guess in my opinion, there's 2 types of reels, right? There's reel A, which is a reel that's just showing off your past year. You're at a great job, you're doing awesome things, and you just want to show off, as much as possible, and you're not really trying to get a new job, you're not trying to get hired somewhere. This is just your reel of 2021. That's reel A. Reel B is the reel that, you're a college student, you're a recent college grad, you're at a job where you're trying to get the next job, or you're a freelancer, you're trying to get hired. Like, if you're trying to accomplish something with this reel in terms of getting hired, getting another gig, getting a job, this video is for you. And here are my 3 tips for making your reel effective in getting you a job. All right, here we go. Number 1 is gonna be your length of reel. In my opinion, I think the shorter the reel, the better. It doesn't have to be 30 seconds, but like a minute long reel is my sweet spot for a reel. I think a minute is plenty of time for a hiring manager or for a potential employer to see if they see what they like or they see what they don't like. 3-minute, 4-minute, 5-minute reel, I'm only gonna be watching the first minute, and then I'm deciding right then and there, even in the first 30 seconds, like, oh, this is a good reel or this is a bad reel. So if your reel's a minute, the odds of someone thinking, oh, this is a bad reel are, lessened, because your best shots and the best, top tiered shots that you have are playing within that first minute, versus if you have a 5-minute reel, your best shots might be in that 3, 4, 5-minute range if you're building up to your best shots. And that might, increase the odds of someone looking at your first 30 seconds of your good shots and not your greatest shots, and being, distracted or, bored and just moving on to the next reel. So length is super important when you're trying to have an effective reel, because just like on social media, shorter videos play better than longer videos. People's attention spans aren't that long. And I believe that's true with, hiring managers and, people in position to hire. Like, if you have a great reel that's a minute long, the odds of someone watching that entire 1 minute are 1,000 times higher than someone watching an entire 5-minute reel. I've looked at applicants when I was at the Kansas City Chiefs. I've looked at applicants when I'm here at Let It Fly Media. So I've done some of that back-end work of, looking through applications. From my experience, I'm not gonna sit there and watch a 4-minute reel if the first 30 seconds aren't up to standard. So if it's a minute reel and the first 30 seconds aren't up to standard, I'll probably finish it out because I just know, oh, there's 30 seconds left. But if it's a 2, 3, 4-minute reel and your first 30 seconds aren't leaving a great impression on me, chances of me finishing your entire reel are slim to none. So definitely think about the length of your reel and, what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to get hired? Are you trying to get people to see your best shots right away? The shorter the reel, the better. The closer your best shots are to the front, the better. You don't have to start off with your best shots, but definitely don't wait till the very end of your reel to show off your best shots, because you want to hook people in. You want, people to stay and watch the entire thing. And, your placement of shots is really important when it comes to your reel. Tip number 2, I'm going to call it consistency through diversity. Your reel is going to be diverse naturally. It's a compilation of multiple projects, multiple shoots, different lighting, different sports, different sets, whatever. Like, it's a bunch of different shots that you're putting into one video project. So treat it as a video project and try to make it consistent, whether it's color correcting, color grading, sound effects, matching action, scene setters, in this portion, high action in this portion, fans in this portion. Like, find a way to, find that consistency through, all your diverse shots. Take a second to just kind of think about how you want to build your reel, how you want to format it, how you want to structure it. Try to find a way to make it flow as one video and make it feel like, you've been working on this reel your entire year, and not just, on December 29th, you're sitting there throwing together all your best shots and you just export it and go. Like, actually take the time to figure out if there's a storyline through all these different shots, if there's, a way to match camera movements with all these shots, if there's an effect that you can do to help match all these shots. Like, you have a diverse range of stuff in front of you. How can you make that consistent? And I think that'll help make your reel flow a little better and, increase the odds of, someone, sitting there and wanting to watch the whole thing, because it's not just a bunch of random shots. There's actually some depth and detail to it. All right, and tip number 3 is going to be probably not applicable to the reel you're working on now, but will be applicable to the reel of next year. Tip number 3 is to shoot for your reel. Something I try to do at every shoot that I go on is try to get a shot for my reel that following January. If you're thinking about your reel consistently throughout the year, and trying to get shots for your reel, it's going to make it that much easier when you sit down end of December, beginning of January that next year, and start to gather footage and try to build up your library of footage for your reel. But if you wait to think about it until you start editing the reel, sometimes it's too late. You've already had all your shoots. Now you're in the editing process. You can't really go back in time and do something different. So my third and last tip of this video is to shoot for your reel. Always have your reel in the back of your head when you approach a shoot in February or March or June or July. You show up, you have your shot list or your to-do list of what you need to do, and then once you accomplish your responsibilities, your priority, try to think of a shot that you can get in this environment for your reel, thinking ahead down to January, February of next year. It's a really good way to make you think of different shots on a set, on a shoot. And also it just helps at the end of the season or at the end of the year when you sit down and you've already thought to shoot, all of these awesome, unique angles for your reel. It just makes it that much easier. So my third tip, again, not applicable for the reel you're working on now because you're just hearing the tip now, but shoot for your reel. Always be thinking about your reel, or at least try to have it, in the back of your mind whenever you're on a shoot. How can I, get a shot right now that maybe I don't need it for this project, but I could use it for my reel. And if you come in with that mentality every shoot, this upcoming year, your footage that you get from each shoot is gonna be that much better because you're, trying to shoot these dope shots for your reel, and just naturally by doing that, the shots you're getting for your current project are gonna be that much better. So that's my third tip, is to shoot for your reel. Always be thinking about it, starting today, the rest of your shoots this year, you're shooting for your reel 2023. So always be shooting for your reel. And I think that's all the tips I have. I have one honorable mention tip. This one comes from Mick White, Mickety Flickety. He told me his biggest tip for people's reels is to try to show emotion and try to show that you're more than a sports, shooter. We're in the sports creative industry. We all shoot sports, most likely everybody's reel in sports is going to be sports action. But so how do you separate yourself from those reels? And that's by adding emotion, by adding, tears from a fan or excitement from a player, or, shock and awe from a child. Like, try to show those moments outside of the boundaries of the playing field, because everybody else, we're all shooting the game, we're all following the ball, we're all shooting sports. So naturally everybody's reel is pretty similar in terms of it's the same thing. It's all football or all soccer or all baseball, softball, hockey, whatever. It's all sports. So how do you make your reel a little different and make your reel feel more like a video or like a movie almost? And that's to add emotion. Try to find those moments, those sound bites, naps, whatever you can do to give your reel more depth and not just have action, 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 but maybe it's action, action, reaction, emotion, action, reaction, celebration. Like, make your reel feel more than just sports by adding those moments outside of the white boundaries. And that's my honorable mention tip from Nick Flicks. Make sure you follow him on Instagram and Twitter, because I think he's trying to hit 2,000 or something, whatever he told me the other day. But other than that, appreciate you watching this video. If you've gone this far, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to share this video with other creatives who are making their reels right now, and maybe they can take one of these tips to good use. But other than that, I think that's it for this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.
Still going bad on you anyway.
Whoa, ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I can feel like 80 rats in my Marys. Me and Drizzy back to back is getting scary.